Good morning, students. Class 9th, chapter number 6, Tissue. Students, we have discussed chapter number 5 earlier, and fundamental unit of life is the cell. And we have discussed the cells are enclosed by a plasma membrane composed of lipids and protein. Student, we have discussed the many cell organelles, for example, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus. And student, cell in organisms divide for growth of body, for replacing dead cells, and for forming gametes for reproduction. So student, today we will discuss the next chapter 6, tissue. So let us start. What is the tissue? So student, tissue. From the last chapter, we recall that all living organisms are made of cell. So student, if we talk about the unicellular organism, unicellular organism means a single cell organism. It means a single cell perform all basic function in a unicellular organism. For example, amoeba. In amoeba, a single cell carries out movement, intake of food, gases exchange and excretion. But if we talk about the student multicellular organism like human body, student, in human body, the most we can say that the cell organizations, there are the millions of the cell in are found in human body. And most of these cells are specialized to carry out a specific function. So each specialized function is taken up by a different group of cell. You can see this, a group of cell. Understand? A group of cell, and they do it very efficiently. If we talk about human beings, muscle cell contract and relax to cause movement, and nerve cell carry message, blood flows to transport oxygen. So student, if we talk about the multicellular organism, show the division of labor. So student, cells specializing in one function are often grouped together in the body. This means that a particular function is carried out by a cluster of cell at a definite place in the body. So student, this cluster of the cell is called a tissue. This cluster of the cell is called tissue. Is called the tissue. A group of the cell form the tissue, and tissue make the organs, and organs make the organ system. So I hope you understand. So tissue, what do you mean by the tissue? A group of cell that are similar in structure and origin and perform similar function. So cells form the tissue, a group of the cell form the tissue, and tissue form the organs, and organs form the system. So student, the cluster of cell called tissue, and a group of cells that are similar in structure or work together to achieve a particular function perform a tissue. So now student, what is the utility of tissue in multicellular organism? Are plants and animals made of same type of tissue? So we will discuss in this chapter. What is the utility of tissue also? Are plants and animals made of same type of tissue? So what is the utility of the tissue? Tissue in multicellular organism. Student, in multicellular organism have the millions of the cells. Has a millions of the cells, and each group cell is called tissue. It performs a special function efficiently, like muscle cell. What is the function of the muscle cell? Contract and relax to bring movement, and nerve cell carry message, and blood and tissue all are tissue. And if we talk about in plants also, the vascular tissue, xylem and phloem conduct water, food from the one part of the body to the other part. So multicellular organism show division of labor. these are the utility of the tissue in the multicellular organism, because these group the multicellular organism show the division of layer, and each group of cell perform the different functions. So I hope you understand. So student, now what is the tissue? A tissue is a group of cell having similar structure. Having similar structure in plants and animal, group of cell are called specific function. Are called specific function. In human beings, the cells of the muscular tissue contract. What is the function of the cell of the muscular tissue? Contract and relax and help in the movement. And in plants and cell of vascular tissue conduct water, and in plants and the cell of the vascular tissue conduct water and food from the one part of the to the other. So these are there are the types of the muscles: smooth muscles, skeletal muscle, and chordic muscle. We will discuss later. These are the animal tissue. These are the animal tissue, and these are the plant tissue. These are the plant tissue. These are the plant tissue. So I hope you understand. Now we will discuss difference between the plants and animals tissue. We have discussed in earlier chapter what is the difference between the plant cell and animal cells. Now in this chapter we will discuss the plant tissue and animal tissue. What is the, if we talk about, now we will discuss the plant tissue. If we talk about the plants, student, the plants don't move from the one place to the another place. They are present at the stationary position. Understand, student? And if we talk about the animals, on the other hand, move around in search of food, mates, and shelter also. But student, plants are stationary position, and plants do not move from the one place to another, and most of the cells and the tissue in the plants provide mechanical support and strength, because plants are stationary or fixed, do not move. So they have to be upright, and they have a large quantity of supportive tissue. And most, we can say that in plant the supportive tissue generally has dead cell. Generally has the dead cell. So student, if we talk about the growth of plants takes place only in some region, not in all position. They show the growth only some region. So plants have tissue called the meristematic tissue. And what is the function of the meristematic tissue? Help in the growth and permanent tissue which do not divide. So I hope you understand. What is the plant tissue? Plants do not move from one place to another, and most of the cells in tissue in plants provide the mechanical support and strength. So most of the tissue consists of the dead cell. Most of the tissue in consisted of the dead cell, because they provide the mechanical support. They provide the mechanic support and the strength to the plants. Now student, we will discuss the animal tissue. Animals can move from one place to another, so they need more energy than the plants. So the most cell and the tissue in plants are living cell, because they need more energy to do work. And student, if we talk about the growth of animals is more uniform, so animals do not have separate dividing and non-dividing cell. So animals do not have separate dividing and non-dividing cells. And animals have organs, have specialized functions, so the organs have specialized tissue. Student, if we talk about the another difference between the animals and plants is in the pattern of the growth. If we talk about the growth, in plants is limited to certain region, while this is not so in animals. There are the some tissue in plants and divide throughout their life. These tissues are localized in the certain region. So if we talk about the structural organization of organs, an organ system is far more specialized and localized in the complex organism. So I hope you understand what is the difference between the plant tissue and animal tissue. So now, what is the first difference? Plants do not move from one place to another, and so most of the cells and tissue in plants provide the mechanical support and strength. So in plant, most of the tissue consists of dead cell, but in animal tissue, most cells and tissue in animals are living cell. Why? In animals, most cell and tissues are living because they move from place to place and need more energy than the animals. And if we talk about the growth of the plant takes place only in the some region, and so plants have tissue and meristematic tissue, and the tissues found in plants are called meristematic tissue. And what is the function of this meristematic tissue? Which divide and help in growth, and permanent tissue which do not divide. So I hope you understand, student. Now we will discuss now the plant tissue, meristematic tissue. Student, the plant tissue, if we talk about the plant tissue, there are the two types of the plant tissue, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. And this meristematic tissue are of three types. What are these? The plant tissues are divided into the two tissues, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. And this meristematic tissue divided into the three parts: apical meristematic tissue, intercalary, and the lateral meristematic tissue. Now student, this permanent tissue further divided into the simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. We will discuss later. First we will discuss the plant tissue, meristematic tissue, apical meristematic, intercalary meristematic, and lateral meristematic. So if we talk about, they are apical, intercalary, and lateral meristematic. And permanent tissue, they are the simple permanent tissue and the complex. And the simple permanent tissue are three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and the sclerenchyma. And this complex permanent tissue, xylem and phloem. So first we will discuss the meristematic tissue. Now, meristematic tissue. So if we talk about the growth of the plants occurs only in certain specific region. So student, first of all, you should open the page number 69 in your NCERT book. So you should open. Now start meristematic tissue. Student, the growth of plants occurs only in the certain specific region. So this is because the dividing tissue, also known as the meristematic tissue, because the growth of the plant occurs only in certain specific. So there are the dividing tissue are called meristematic tissue. Understand? And the meristematic tissue are found in growing region of the plants like tip of the roots, stem, and branch. So they divided continuously and help in the growth of the plants, and they are of the three types because they are the dividing tissue. So what is the function of this meristematic tissue? Help in the growth of the plants, and they are of three types. What are these? Apical meristematic tissue, lateral, and intercalary. So what is the function? Where is it present? Apical, it is present in the tip of the stem and roots. And what is the function? They help in growth of the stem and root. Apical meristematic tissue are found in the tip of the stem. So now start. First of all, we will see the structure of the meristematic tissue. Now you can see. The tissues occurs at the specific region of the plant's body. You can see. This is the meristematic tissue. So apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and the lateral meristem. So because in plant's body growth occurs only in these regions. So first we will discuss apical meristem. It is found in the tip of the root, and shoot, and then we will discuss the intercalary, and then we will discuss the lateral meristem. Now start apical meristem. This is the apical. As the name suggests, that tissue is present at the apex of the main and the lateral shoots and roots. And what is the function of this apical meristem? It gives the plant body a linear growth. Student, this meristematic tissue is present in the growing tip of the stem and roots, so increase the length of the stem and root. And also, student, if we talk about this, where it is found? It is found at the apex of main and lateral shoot and the root. And what is the function? This tissue gives the plant body a linear growth. This is the apical meristematic tissue. Now student, intercalary meristem. It is found in the base of the nodes and internodes leaves, and they are also present in the permanent tissue, and they gives the plant growth in length. This is the apical meristem, intercalary, and these are the. So what is the function of this? And the tissue is present in of the nodes, internodes, leaves, and they are also present in the permanent tissue, and this is the part of the meristematic tissue. Then after comes the permanent tissue. So this lateral, we can say that it is present in the permanent tissues also. This is the intercalary. This is the intercalary meristem. It is found in the permanent tissues also. And what is the function of this intercalary meristemic? They give the plant growth in length. Now lateral meristem. You can see lateral. This is the lateral meristem, and this is the root and shoot. This is apical, and this is the internodes, intercalary meristem. So where is it found? Student, this lateral meristem on the side of the plant body, you can see that it is can see this is present in the side of the plant body. And student, it lies under the bark of the plant in the form of the cork cambium. ये अंदर की तरफ मिलती है. It is present in the under the bark of the plant in the form of cork cambium. And what is the function of this? It gives the plant its width or girth. It gives the plants girth. Understand what I am saying? So intercalary meristem seen in some plant is located near the we can say that near the node. And cells of the meristematic tissue are very active. If we talk about the cells of the meristematic tissues are very active, and they have dense cytoplasm, thin cellulose walls, and prominent nuclei, and they lack vacuoles. If we talk about this meristematic tissue, they lack vacuole. They do not have vacuoles. So I hope you understand, student. Meristematic tissue, three types: apical meristematic, lateral meristematic, and intercalary meristematic. So we have discussed the plant tissue and animal tissue. So I hope you understand, student, what is the tissue, difference plants and animal tissue. So read this chapter very carefully, and you can note down what is the part of the meristematic, apical, intercalary, and you can the section through the stem apex and root tips showing the meristematic tissue. And the three parts, these tissue occurs in a specific region of the body: apical, intercalary, and lateral. And the apical meristem found in the apex of the main and lateral shoots and roots. And what is the function of this? It gives the plant body a linear growth. Intercalary, and it is found at the base of nodes and internodes leaves, and it is also present in the permanent tissues also, and they give the plant growth in length. The lateral meristem, and this tissue lies on the sides of the plant of the body. It lies under the bark of the plant in the form of core cambium, and it gives the plants kids. So I hope you understand. So student, tomorrow we will discuss the next permanent tissue. What happened to the cell formed by the meristematic tissue? उन cells का क्या होता है जो permanent tissue से बनती हैं? They specific divided again and form the permanent tissue. And these permanent tissues formed by the meristematic tissue. They do not divide and have the permanent shape and size. So student, you also read this chapter very carefully. So what is the homework? To read chapter number 6, tissue. Okay students, bye, take care.